everybody, I'm back with a haul and a little card share. You can see I've got a lot of ink on my desk. I made a few cards with this Enchanted Forest stamp set from Paper Tray Ink. And let me share with you the stamp set, if I have it here handy. My desk is a mess. Here it is. It is this one right here, Enchanted Forest. And I do have the dies that go with it, but I didn't use the dies. I only did straight up stamping so that the cards would not be really, you know, thick for mailing. So I used that, and then I also used my Naked Market kit from this year. There's a rabbit set in here. This is the stamp set, but I used the little rabbits from that set. And this was inspired by one of the design team members, Lizzie Jones. She did a card similar to this. I used these hillside dies from Lawn Fawn to do the hillside. And then I have another stamp set for this, the greeting or the sentiment, which I'm looking for. It's a Season's Greetings stamp set. If I could find it. Where is it? I don't have it here. Anyway, the sentiments come from that other set, so that's also from Paper Tray Ink. So this one, I used Paper Tray Ink products, all of the ink, paper, other than the die for the hillside here. And for the background, in case you're wondering, this is blended using my mini blending tools. And then I, before I stamped it with any of the images, I put some sprinkled water down, and then I let it dry. And then I also used Daniel Smith watercolor. I don't see if I know the name here. No, don't have the name here. To make the snow as well. So this card is on some blue cardstock. So that's the first one. And then I also did a pink one. This was actually the last card that I did. Let me turn this way. This one was done with distress inks because I didn't so much like the blending result on this card, which, you know, some might prefer it. I switched over to the distress ink for all my stamping and the color. Distress oxide is what I used because it's easier to blend it than it is to do the dye ink. So I used spun sugar, distress oxide, and Victorian velvet for that. And then for the trees, that's also distress oxide for stamping. I used the Evergreen Bough, cracked pistachio, and one more, I think. There should have been one more, or maybe it was just the two. So that's how I got the trees. And the sentiment again is from the same set. I did use the hillside again. I have 4 different stitched hillsides, so they vary in the kind of pattern you can get. And that one goes vertically instead of horizontally. Okay, and then the last card I did was, or really this is the second card, is this one. And this is also distress oxide, but I used tumbled glass and broken china for the sky part. And then again, the trees are done with dye inks. So the reason I had kind of tried to play around with the inks is because when I first did this card with the distress ink, with the dye ink on top, you can kind of see like how it's hazy like this. I don't know if you can see that. That is kind of good if it's snow falling, because that's kind of how it looks too when it's actually snowing. But I wanted to see if the distress oxide would look different with just distress oxide ink stamped on top of each other as a layer. And it probably looks about the same. You don't get the strong colors. You see how it's fading out as you go up into the oxide inks here with the dye ink. It's a stronger color with the dye ink on top where there's no distress oxide, but then when you do it with just all distress oxide, it all looks the same. So I kind of like tried to experiment a little bit with the cards. So those are my cards that I've done. Yeah, I'm still doing Christmas cards. But here's my haul. And these are Black Friday purchases. Because of the sales that they were having. So these are stamps and dies that I picked up from Concord and 9th. This is called Holy Night Stamp Set. And it's meant to coordinate with this die set here, Holy Night Dies. And it's the manger. And so you get the whole Bethlehem scene. And this you can make a 3D scene with this particular set of dies. And then this one here is a Christmas Cottage stamp set, and I also got the dies for that, similar again to the other set where you can make a 3D scene as well. You don't have to, you can make a flat card also, but I didn't have these yet, so I picked them up. And then this one is just a regular banners and blooms. I don't believe I have picked up this particular die, so I picked up both these sets as a bundle. I think they had 20% off during Black Friday, and then I picked up the swirls dies because this one is a good for a background set for snow, so I wanted to have that in my stash. And then Concord and 9th had a free die set if you purchased a certain amount. So this is the one that I got, and it's, what do you call it, snowflakes, and then a border die here. So I ordered also from Little Inker. This is also your Black Friday sales. This one says Peace on Earth. And then I got some background, let's see, Quilted Stitched So Naughty die. Cover die Hello Beautiful, and Quilted Stitched So Stylish. I don't know which one is which because they're not named, but you can see what the design is on each one of these background dies. And then the last thing I got was some Sizzix dies that they had for their Black Friday sale. And I got these two Stephanie Bernard simply for stitching because look at the holes that they make. So I'm thinking to try these with some felt and just keep them with my felt dies for now. It's just basic shapes. And then I got this Tim Holtz planks die. I think this came out last year and I never picked it up. I'm not sure, but it makes the wood planks, and I guess you can stamp it with a background die as well, or not die, but background stamp to make it look like wood, or you can cut paper that looks like that. And then the last die that I got is this Biggs Plus die. So for you guys who don't have a machine this large, make sure that you first have the machine to handle this die because it's for the Big Plus. I have a Big Shot Pro and a Fiskars Fuse, so this will fit through both of them just fine. And it's a passport die, so it holds your passport and a plane ticket, or you know, some kind of ticket. I just thought it would be fun to have this passport holder. So that is my haul for today. Thanks for watching. Bye for now. Hi everybody. I want to add this video for some items I got from Blitsy from the, I think this is a Black Friday sale. I'm not sure. But they had a couple of things I picked up. Bo Bunny Forest Friend stamp. And 2 dies. This is a tag die, different sizes, nested terrific tag dies. And then this one is the teapot and cups. So I picked those up from Blitzy, and I also picked up several of their Gemini cutting plates for the Junior. You can also use these in your regular Gemini if you turn them sideways. It goes faster with die cutting. But because they had these on sale, I picked a few up simply because it saved me the trip to AC Moore, which is the only place I think that carries the plates that I know of for the Junior, at least local to me. So that's what I got from Blitzy, and that's the rest of my haul. Thanks for watching. Bye.